Stay tuned and let's check out this G.I. Joe classified series, Destro. Power and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Remember, you can hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today, we continue on opening my backlog of G.I. Joe classified series figures. Now, I've been buying these just like the rest of you, but I have yet to open any up. Now, I've started opening up and you can start to see reviews on the channel. Go and check out the playlist because I am using Yo Joe June as an excuse to open up these figures and finally getting them on the shelf. And so far, so good. I've only opened wave one of the good guys, so I thought it's about time we give the bad guys some love. So my first one is, of course, Chrome Dome himself, Destro. Now, I've always liked this particular character design way back from the cartoons. Definitely one that sticks in your head. And he was the first bad guy we officially got with the classified series. So I like the look of this figure, very much so. He comes with a couple of weapons and a briefcase. What's inside? I'm sure you already know because I'm a year late to this review, but still, I'm excited to find out. So that's everything we see in the box. And again, I never really mentioned the artwork, but all of the figures have their own unique artwork rather than the same sort of streamline per wave. So that's a nice touch as well. We spin it around, you can see it continue on the back. And I've never really talked about the back, but again, these are all the figures that were potentially being released. And now the only ones we don't have so far, I think the Cobra-like Vipers up here, I think they're like alley vipers, I believe, and there's definitely lots of vehicles we yet to get, but we've basically got the core characters that are sort of on the back here. So yeah, I think this slowly evolves, and as we open up more figures, we're going to see this change a little bit and give us hints of what's to come in the future. But apart from these alley vipers up here, I do think we have everything else now on the box, and give us some more vehicles, that would be nice. But yeah, he is number 3, but it's not the 3rd of June, so that doesn't matter. As I said, I'm late to the party. Let's open up Destro. So here we have Destro out of the box with all of his accessories on the table, which include 2 guns, a nice big black and red one, and then a little gold one, which I'm assuming will fit in his holster. And then we get his briefcase so we can put all his important documents off to work. Or is it? I don't know. We'll find out when we open it. But yeah, first impression of this guy, looking very nice. And again, when I'm talking about the box, just the overall look and feel of him looked very good. Very impressed so far with the classified series. So yeah, let's take a closer look. Now, under my very bright white lights, it's probably glaring off his shiny chrome dome head, but that's just a testament of how good the paint is, because that's not a metal head, that is just a silver painted head, but still it looks very nice. And when the light's shining on it, it definitely casts some shadows to sort of show off the very good mold on there and that sculpt on the head sculpt. So I like the expression on the face as well, very bland, stern as it should be. That gold chain is a separate piece, you can see it sort of flopping around, and it has like a little red sort of talisman on the end of it, if that's what you call it. I like his neck piece, as of course he works with the cobras and all that, and yeah, this looks like a snake around, so I'm liking that a lot, and that is sculpted and it's a solid but not too soft either, so that's going to stay firmly in place. So yeah, up top, very impressed. You can even see a few bolts there on his neck to sort of show where this sort of chrome dome has been attached to his face. But yeah, overall, just let me zoom out a little bit, just the sculpt of this body is really nice as well. So we get some nice sculpted lines all up here in the sort of lighter grey down to the blacks. And that black follows all the way down, and then you get more light grey on the boots and on the knee pads, with some silver on the sort of, I was about to say shin pads, but they're sort of wrist gauntlet type things. And then on this gauntlet, you've got some actual weapons as well. These seem like little rockets or something, which are a nice touch as well. No interchangeable hands, that is definitely something I've noticed, a theme with these G.I. Joe classified series figures, not really getting many options when it comes to posing with hands. However, they're all coming with trigger fingers, which is perfect considering they're all got weapons and obviously they're military figures. So yeah, if I'm going to pick one set of hands, trigger fingers would be it. But let's be honest, some punching hands, some fisted hands, some open palm hands. Options is great, especially for making displays and options, I always say, is nice, especially bringing those shelves to life for display. But yeah, this guy's looking good. The belt's a separate piece, but it hides the sort of waist articulation, which is there, of course, on the ball joint with the ab crunch, which is beautiful. And then the belt is actually attached to this red harness as well. And you'll notice the red harness has no molded gun in it, which is a beautiful touch, because the accessories we get, we can actually use the harness, which seems so simple, but trust me, it pleases us toy collectors when we haven't got a molded plastic gun. We want to be able to use those harnesses for displays and whatnot. But yeah, I love when you can store figures, accessories on the character himself. But yeah, just first thoughts, not much on the back, but you can get that grey line work continuing. Lots of like piping on the sculpt, so you can tell the sculpt detail's not plain. Like even the sort of wrinkles in the trousers, up here at the elbow as well, there's wrinkles, more silver on the elbow pads. There's a peg there at the back, I'm not quite sure why, but I'm sure there may be reasons. But yeah, again, let me just zoom out while we're here. Articulation, double jointed knees, look at that. That is beautiful. Double jointed elbows. Now the wrist sort of gauntlets do hinder it a little bit, but still you can get what you need. Arms will go all the way around and out really far up, past 90, even with the sort of sculpted sort of rivets there. And you can see there's a butterfly joint as well. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's there. So you can get like a nice range on the arm, back and forth. And again, I've already mentioned wiggle there at the waist because it's on a ball joint, as well as a very nice crunch. So yeah, this is beautiful, people. Legs go really far out. Look at that. Look at that. There's even a drop down, so you can get them really far forward as well, really far back. Yeah, Destro is very impressive, and that's just the figure. He also comes with some accessories, of course, so let's go through them. So first accessory is this black and red gun, and of course he's got 2 trigger finger hands, so we can hold it in either hand. So you got like a scope here at the top, and then yeah, I don't know if this came with the original figure or if it's a unique design for the classified series, but even still, it looks like some high-tech handgun that Destro would definitely use, as he is the master of tech and all that whatnot. But yeah, there is a bit more red punched in. Let me take it out of his hand real quick, and you can see the sculpt work is pretty nice. It's not just plain, and the red brings out a little bit, but there is lots more sculpt work there. And again, I do like the scope element of it, even though, would you use a scope for a gun this small? Probably not. His next accessory, of course, is the gold gun. And again, he has a trigger finger hand, and you can see I've literally just put that in there, no problems at all. And this is a much smaller gun, but still does have some nice sculpted detail on there. This is just all gold, no painted detail. And what's great about this, of course, take it out the hand, move through the harness we were talking about, and there you go. The gold gun can be stored very nicely in there. A working harness for your action figure is a beautiful thing, and the gold is a nice contrast as well, because when you've got the figure posed up, it does sort of stand out a little bit against the blacks and the reds and the silvers. So yeah, that's a nice touch. It sort of complements the gold chain as well, so that's great. So the last accessory is, of course, his briefcase. Now the mystery is what's inside. Now of course you already know, but I have yet to find out. So we're getting the Cobra logo on the front first and foremost, and that is like sculpted in on there very nicely with some red paint, and there is some sculpted detail around the whole of the briefcase, if that will focus for me. Handle, of course, so we can hold it. 2 clips, but there's no sort of secure lock, so that's definitely a security issue. There's a sort of shiny Cobra logo. I hope you can see that under the lights, but let's get this open. So I'm giving it a squeeze. There you go, and it opens no problem at all. Okay, so we've got some C4. It seems like C4 anyway. And a little computer. And again, this is like sculpted in there as well. There's some sort of screen, a little Cobra logo. That is a nice touch. Now, I am saying, this is just me, this is a bomb. So there's your C4, and then these are all the buttons you press to sort of indicate how long it's going to take to explode or whatever. So that's a lot of C4. That will take down a building, I'll tell you that much. So I'm assuming this is a bomb with a little computer. I guess some people could say it's money, but there's not enough detail on there for money. It just looks like chunks of C4. But again, if you have any money accessory, throw it in there. There's a little bit of room to fit in there. There's definitely a bit of hollowness, so you can put some weapons in there. I think his gold gun would fit in there, but there's no need for that because you've got a harness. His other gun won't, though, of course. It's too big. But still, nice touch. Little bomb for some setups and some ACBA and pictures. So again, no holding hand, but he will hold it with the trigger finger, of course. So let's do that. And then we have Destro holding the briefcase, holding his weapon. The other one's holstered in there. All of his accessories can be posed with him on the shelf. Yeah, this is a beautiful figure. This may be my favourite classified series figure that I've opened so far. No complaints with this guy for me. And yeah, there you go. There's his holding his briefcase. No problem at all. That won't fall if you wiggle it. He's got his gun there with the scope, of course. So if you wanted to take a shot at long distance, you can do that. Obviously, you've got the sculpted sort of rockets on one wrist. So yeah, this is a very nice figure. Very happy with this. Destro, definitely my favourite so far. For our Cobra bad guys comparison, here we have him next to Cobra Commander, of course. These two scale at about the same height. And yeah, these are looking very nice. Definitely formidable foes for the G.I. Joes. And talking about the Joes, here we have Destro compared to all of the good guys from Wave 1, including Roadblock, Duke, Scarlet and Snake Eyes. And yeah, he scales very nicely. He's taller than Duke, but not as tall as Roadblock. But yeah, I think this is beautiful so far. And there are reviews of every single one of these figures on the channel right now as we celebrate Yo Joe June. Go and check out the playlist, the videos tab, and listen to me review some year-old figures. It's fun. For our Marvel Legends comparison, here we have Hellfire Hank and a Hand Ninja compared to Destro. And again, he's taller than Hellfire Hank, and the Hand Ninja's hood makes him a tiny bit taller, I guess, but still fits in scale with the Legends Beautiful. So if you want a Chrome Dome villain for your Legend shelf, he will fit. So, final thoughts. Genuinely, I think this is my favourite classified series figure I have opened so far. Granted, I've only opened Wave 1, but still, so far, my favourite. Destro is a very nice first addition to our villains. I like the accessories he comes with. I like how you can sort of store all the accessories on the character as you display him. The briefcase is a nice touch, and they could have just kept that as a normal briefcase that couldn't open. But if you open it, there's a bit of C4, a bit of tech in there, which of course Destro is known for. It's what Cobra Commander hires him to do. Bring in the tech, bring in the weaponry, the arsenal, all of that good stuff. We've got a nice gold gun, nice contrast to the design. And yeah, it's like a nice, updated, modernised Destro, but still with winks to the classic look. So yeah, so far so good. The head is nice and shiny as it should be as well. No complaints from me on this guy. Honestly, I think it's a great Destro for the aesthetic that the classified series are going for. But anyway, that's my opinion. You let me know your opinions in the comments below. What don't you like about this Destro? I'm very curious to know what gripes people would find with him, because even the articulation is great for this type of figure. So yeah, if you have a gripe with Destro, let me know in the comments below. I want to have a little debate with you guys and see what you think. But yeah, let me know your thoughts there. But as always, you like what you see with Marvel Legends and G.I. Joes, whatever you want, then please, please, please click that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Remember, you can hit that join button as well and become a channel member, show some love, or join the members club. Much appreciated. Follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. And as always, I shall see you on the next one.